The Accident and the Betrayal. My name is Sarah, and at 25, I learned that the people who gave me life only loved me when my pockets were full. The night my startup collapsed and I lost everything, my own mother didn't ask if I was okay. She asked who was going to cover her luxury vacation now. When I couldn't, my father handed me a cardboard box and told me my brother Leo needed my room more than I did. They threw me out in the pouring rain, laughing, thinking I was completely ruined. What they didn't know was that the massive beach house they had been eyeing for months, my name was already on the deed, and my revenge, it was just getting started. Let's go back to that cold Friday. For 3 years, I ran a digital marketing agency called Nova Media. I worked 18 hours a day, surviving on black coffee and sheer willpower. I built it from a laptop on a kitchen table to a company generating $500,000 a year. And where did that money go? It went straight into my family's pockets. I paid off my mother's credit cards. I bought my father a brand new truck. And my younger brother, Leo? I paid his college tuition, bought him a sports car, and even gave him a monthly allowance so he could find himself. To them, I wasn't a daughter or a sister. I was an ATM that never closed. But a week ago, a major tech client pulled out of a massive contract without warning, taking 80% of our revenue with them. By Friday afternoon, Nova Media was bankrupt. I had to let my small team go, and my bank account was drained to cover the remaining liabilities. I was broken. I drove 3 hours back to my parents' house in Millfield, hoping for a warm meal and a shoulder to cry on. Instead, I walked into a courtroom. The cardboard box. When I opened the front door, my mother, Eleanor, was sitting on the sofa with a travel brochure. My brother Leo was playing video games on a massive TV I had paid for. My father, Richard, was sipping tea. "Is it true?" Eleanor asked before I could even take off my coat. Her voice wasn't filled with worry. It was sharp, like a knife. "Leo's friend told him your company went under. Are you broke?" "I lost the contract, Mom," I said, my voice trembling. "I had to close the office. I don't have anything left." Leo didn't even look away from the screen. "Wait, so you're not paying for my trip to Miami next month?" "Sarah, I already told my friends we're going." "Leo, I just lost my life's work," I cried out. "I can't pay for your vacation." My mother stood up, her face twisting into deep disgust. "Don't you raise your voice at your brother, Sarah. You've become so selfish. We have a family reputation to maintain, and now you're bringing financial shame to this house." Before I could answer, my father walked out of the hallway holding a flat cardboard box. He threw it on the floor at my feet. "Your brother is bringing his girlfriend to live here next week," Richard said coldly, refusing to look me in the eye. "They need a bigger space. Since you can't contribute to the bills anymore, it makes sense for you to leave. You've always landed on your feet anyway." That was the family motto. Sarah always lands on her feet. It was their excuse to bleed me dry and never check if I was bleeding. I looked at my mother. She folded her arms. I looked at my brother. He smirked. My own parents packed my life into a cardboard box because my bank account hit zero. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. The sadness inside me instantly burned into cold, hard anger. I picked up the box, walked out into the pouring rain, and drove away. The secret deed. I drove back to the coast, to a place my family had never bothered to visit. 2 years ago, when Nova Media was thriving, I had quietly bought a beautiful historic beach house in Seagrove Bay at a foreclosure auction. It was a ruin when I bought it, but over the months I had secretly poured my own savings into restoring it. I had never told my parents or Leo about it. Why? Because I knew they would try to move in or demand I sell it to buy Leo another car. It was my secret sanctuary. When I arrived at the beach house that night, the salt air cleared my mind. I opened the front door, set my cardboard box on the kitchen island, and opened my laptop. I wasn't ruined. I still had the house, and more importantly, I had the skills that built a company from scratch.